Okay, so here we go. It is 6:30 on Monday night. This is February 27th, 2017. Welcome everybody. Sorry I didn't do a show last week. My father passed away. I just want you guys to know. I know I've been getting a lot of good well wishes for him. A lot of people knew he wasn't feeling too good, but he passed away really quite peacefully. And it was an amazing thing because he lives on Catalina Island, which is off the coast of California. So it's quite a journey to get there from Ventura. But I got there, and as I came through the door, he was transitioning. So he waited until I got there, and I guess he knew I was coming up the street, so so he decided to go in. But it was an amazing transition. That definitely felt some very strong spiritual forces in the room. Very gentle forces that took him. So he had a nice long life. 88 years old, double infinity. So a lot of joy came into the room as well. We had 9 friends and family around him as he made his transition. So what a if you're gonna go, what a great way to go. And thank you for all your blessings, everybody. I really appreciate it. And he's in a really good place. And I know this because the joy that came into the room was just amazing. So he's being well taken care of. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. But anyways, so lots going on, you guys. I guess I really stirred up the pot with talking about the master fast and all that, and how that relates to detoxification. And it's just, in my view, it's just a higher level of detoxification. And a lot of you are making really good points and saying that this is a very aggressive thing, and be very careful. I have to really agree with you. This is not for everybody. Even just detoxification with herbs is not for everybody. Getting to high fruit is not for everybody. A lot of people can't handle that level. So it's just another tool. It is a high level tool, though, so be very careful. The power of it is really amazing. And it will stir up toxins and acids that are trapped deeply inside you that need to get out, but maybe not at such a fast pace. Most of the people that come to detoxification and to high levels of the master fast are not on death's door, so they have time to ease into it, to sort of work your way into it, titrate into it. So be very careful. That's all I have to say with any kind of detoxification. Listen to your body. Start slow, but don't be afraid to push. To push it. Know your limitations, like Clint Eastwood said. Man's got to know his limitations, but only you can really know that. You have to use your intuition and the feedback from your body. No one else can do that for you. It's your responsibility. It's up to you to do your due diligence, do your homework, and ask questions, and get to know the lay of the land before you dig real deep. Don't try to be a hero. Don't let your ego get control, because your ego's going to want to really push it, and you have this badge of honor. Oh, I did a 5-day dry fast right off the bat. No, it doesn't work like that. Really take responsibility for your health. The natural healing has sort of, in society, it's sort of this fringe thing that weird people do, and hippies, and tree huggers and all that kind of stuff. And if you want the real true healing, you got to go to the medical community. Well, that's where the power is. Not true. The real power is in natural healing. The real power is in the God force, the forces of nature. Once you get your trust back, and you release into that, and you trust that enough to let those powers work on you through the herbs, and through the food, through the fruits, and through the lessening the intake of food, through the fasting, you're going to realize just how powerful this is. Really amazingly powerful. Really amazingly smart. So this is where the power is. And this is where we have to slowly, or quickly, hopefully, deprogram ourselves from the what we've learned, that it's just not much power there. And you can really put the pedal to the metal, you guys, through the natural way. I'm just saying that. And I think the mistake that most of us make that are not successful with it is that we don't trust enough to really push it. And we don't know our limits, and we don't go up against that wall. It's steering the course there. This is where the advice of a detox specialist can really come in handy. Getting on some message boards like the Master Fast system, where there's a lot of people with experience in real high level healing, is really a good thing too. So I just want to say that there is a lot of power here. But we have a guest coming on, Sasha. I met him at the Conscious Life Expo, and he was born with pretty much everything running against him. He was born with spina bifida, gigantic hole in the back of his back, and he showed me the scar. It was a deep hole in his back, and that it was affecting everything, his kidneys and all that. He was also hydrocephalic, just a swollen head. He was in a wheelchair, couldn't walk, all that. Everything was against him. The doctors had no faith in his recovery, of him to being able to live a normal life or anything. But he has proven them all wrong. You're going to hear his amazing story. The forces were just against him, and he beat them out. And you're going to hear his amazing inspiration. Most of us have not been dealt that kind of a hand. So it's great to hear from people that were successful, have triumphed despite of all the negatives that were thrown at them, right off the bat. I talked to him for maybe an hour there. It was just so inspiring, the joy in his eyes, and you could just see that he was really blessed with a natural remedy that he's discovered. And natural remedies. I mean, I know I focus on detoxification, but I feel that detox is the foundation of it all. Cleaning that lymph system, getting those kidneys to filter again and get those acids and toxins out of the lymphatic system where they're all trapped. Getting it out, getting that pus and mucus out of the glands and organs and the entire body, every single cell, is really the basis. And then, natural treatments come in. People always ask me, what about colloidal silver? What about, oregano oil? What about all these things? They're great, but they have to be able to get to where they're going. Do your homework again. They're not all great, but they some of them really do great jobs at specific, natural treatments. I'm against treatment as the first thing. I want to get in there and fix it. And it's all basically just a dirty sewer system. Your pipes are clogged. Even those microscopic capillaries in the lymphatic system are clogged. So down to the cellular level, inside the cell wall is clogged. So we want to get that going. And then these natural things that, there's a million of them out there, and people experiment with all kinds of great things. But they have to be able to get to where they need to go. Viruses, especially these herpes viruses, can hide very deeply in the body. They're very intelligent. They really know how to outfox, but they can't outfox a clean lymph system. When those rivers start to flow again, everything goes. Okay, everything goes. It just all goes out the kidney door, out the skin, out all the orifices, and that's the good news. Your body is super intelligent too. It has defense mechanisms in it that know who the things that are not supposed to be there. They can identify them very accurately and get rid of them if they can get to them, and if they can move them to the lymph nodes and then out the body. So that's it. So let's jump into questions here. Sasha's going to call in about 8 minutes or so at 6:45 Pacific time. But let's try to jump right in and get to some questions. Most of you know my spiel, so my opening salvo, I guess, gets shorter and shorter. So Jolie's glad. She's glad to be here tonight. Glad to have you, Jolie. We have Vegan Marsala. I don't think I've seen Vegan Marsala here. Oh wait, I skipped over Rosaline. Hi, Mark. Couldn't miss your show. Always eager to learn more about my journey. Good. Yeah, good to have you here again. Kim D. Hi, Mark. What's the best thing to eat if I have a yeast infection and possible candida? Well, fruit. I know fruit is like the enemy of most people that think about candida. I mean, I get this question all the time. Oh, I can't have fruit. I have candida. No, that's what you need. Why? Well, everybody says, well, the fruit sugar is going to feed the candida. Look, you cannot avoid sugar. Sugar's in everything. Okay. And I talk about that Harvard study. The Harvard study shows the glycemic load, which is how much a food raises your blood sugar. A bagel's 5 times more glycemic load than a piece of fruit, than an apple, orange, peach, plum, pear, etc. So you need the mucus dissolving properties of the fruit in order to get that lymph system moving where that candida is festering. And that's really it. You need to detox. Okay. And the herbs that you take, like the parasite M, they need to be able to get to where they're going. You cannot just take herbs, candida killing herbs, fungus, antifungal, antiviral, anti-parasite, antibacterial herbs. You can't just take them. They need to get to where they're going. So you need a full detox down to a very, very deep level with the herbs. Okay, but you need fruit. You can't do it without fruit. I know. It's despite that perfect monosaccharide that your body runs on, loves it. Your body thrives on fruit. It's so energetic and so cleansing. It's the best of everything, really. Okay, Taka, Mark, what's your take on kombucha? I used to make it, and I used to make it, when my daughter was young, and she would hide it when her friends came over. It was so weird. And but it didn't work for me. I kept getting a stiff neck, so I stopped doing it. I don't think it's necessary. When you return to your natural diet, when you're high fruit and high raw veggies, your gut flora is going to reestablish itself in a good way. It can't help it. Okay. So no, I'm not a fan. It just doesn't work for me. If I like the taste of it, I might consider it, but I'm not really a fan of ferments anymore. But if you love the taste, I don't think it's harmful. But just it's not really on my radar as a deep healer. Okay. All right. So or water kefir. Yeah, none of the kefirs, none of the ferments. Not a fan. Don't need it. I think a lot of it's overhyped. If you're eating a crummy diet and you're taking a bunch of antibiotics and you need more probiotics, possibly. Hopefully you guys aren't doing that though. Hopefully you guys are vegan, at least raw vegan. Hopefully, no animal products and no meats and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if this is Sasha already. Hold on one second. Hang on one second. Hello? Oh, it is Sasha. Okay, all right. So we're going to put you live, okay? I'm going to put you on speakerphone, Sasha. Very good to have you. Hold on one second, okay? All right, guys, let me know. Sasha, say a few words. Let's see if everybody can hear you.
Hey, Mark. Can everybody hear me all right?
Let's see. Guys, chime in if you can hear Sasha, okay?
Hi, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? How are you, Mark?
I'm doing well, Sasha. It's so good to have you. And I haven't heard back from anybody yet if they can hear you. Sometimes we get a little bit of a delay here. Yes, perfect. Okay, so we have you. Perfect, Sasha. So
awesome.
I let everybody know a little bit about your story. I don't know if you heard my opening thing, but I said that you were born with so many things against you, Sasha. As a baby, you came out with a gigantic hole in your back, the spina bifida, and the hydrocephalic, which is basically a lot of brain swelling, right?
Yeah, well, basically, that's an excess fluid. Like, we all have fluid in our brains, obviously, because we need that. But when you have an excess fluid buildup, your brain it grows. And as with my condition also, as called Arnold-Chiari syndrome, it means that the back of my brain, the base of my brain is lower, which prevents the liquid from flowing out normally like it would on a healthy human being.
Okay.
And there, it builds up, and normally you would need a shunt, and my head just stopped growing at the very last second when the doctors wanted to put in a shunt, but then they were willing to hold out, and look what happened, and well, I was able to live with it and deal with it completely, and there is still like this fluid in my brain, which is supposed to push on my brain if you were to take the pictures of it, but I'm completely mentally healthy, and they predicted I'd be mentally disabled severely.
And you had told me at the Conscious Life Expo that you went to one of the most prominent business schools in the world and graduated from it. So you proved them wrong.
I proved them pretty much everywhere. I proved them wrong everywhere, you know. I mean, when they were telling me stuff, or when they were telling my parents when I was younger, I always had the attitude of thinking, well, you guys might be right. If you guys are right, then I'll be dead and you'll know it. But I have a fundamentally different point of view, and I'm telling you, you guys are all wrong. And I'm going to achieve everything you told me cannot be done, and I'm going to go much further. I always had that outlook on life that it can be done and it can go even beyond no matter what's stacked against you or no matter what other people tell you. That's just a projection of them on you.
So you believe in the power of positive thinking, the power of prayer, in all that?
Absolutely, I do. But and furthermore, I believe that when other people say things about you, that's just their own beliefs about you, and they're projecting things on you. It is up to you to know whether you're going to take these truths and make them your own, or whether you're going to build your own truths and live your life according to those truths. It doesn't matter if people around you like it or not. Like yes. I like to say, if people want to be in my life, they don't have to like what it is I'm doing. I don't want people in my life that only say yes all day long. I also need people that tell me no and tell me that in their opinion I'm doing wrong. But at least if they want to be in my life, they have to at least respect what it is I'm doing, because it's all about respect at the end of the day.
Oh, very good. We just got a chat line in from Rosaline. She says, "Oh my gosh, Arnold Chiaris malformation. My husband has this. Never thought I would ever hear this diagnosis again." So tell everybody what that is.
Well, there are two types of Arnold Chiari. I have the second type. To make a very long and complicated story very short, as I said in the beginning of the call, it is when the base of your brain, well, the back of your head is lower, and so the space for the liquid to flow out, where it would usually flow through your spine, it actually creates a buildup, much like a dam, and that buildup is pressing on your brain, and normally you would need a shunt. And the problem with the shunt is that it's actually life-saving for those who need it, but every time your head grows, you need a new one because you need a longer one. So it's multiple surgeries related to that, and my parents actually were fighting against this until the very last second. The doctor even said that they were kind of crazy to do that, but they believed that it would stop. Especially my dad believed I would be okay. And indeed, today, if you were to take a clinical picture of my head, you can see that there is quite a buildup of excess fluid, but I got kind of used to it. My brain got used to it. Now.
Wow. So you had the medical community against you. You even had your mom against you in a big way. But you overcame this. You want to talk about your mom a little bit?
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to share that with you. Well, as you said, the medical community really, they didn't believe that I would be able to do anything. I think they wrote me off right away from the beginning as what I was born with, and they just looked at the clinical picture and said, well, he's not going to make it very long, and he's not going to do anything in life, so let's write him off. So, but my mom also was a very emotionally abusive person, a borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder. Basically, what that means is that everything she did was from her perspective, only about her. Yes. For instance, she disappeared to bed at the moment I was born for 10 years with back problems. But I grew up in Switzerland, and when my dad built a holiday house up in Detox, she went up there, and the back problems disappeared from one day to the other. So these were all kind of mentally made up things. I'm not saying that she was always making up things. She had cancer and other couple things, but she was the imaginary sick person, and that was only to get more attention than me in the eyes of her husband first, my father, and then also because she grew jealous because I outdid everything that she had done in her life, and just by being myself and by achieving, by having that inner drive and that outlook on life, and she would destroy my life wherever she could possibly do it, chase away my girlfriend, take control of my bank accounts, and whatnot, just to be able to make sure that she controlled me the most, threatening with suicide her entire life, but also threatening me with canceling my health insurance, which she could have done because she took out a health insurance for me before I was born. And as I was born highly disabled, on paper, no other health insurance would take me, and the one I had, that was too bad for them. So she could do because she was on the policy. And in fact, when we had a fight when I was an argument when I was about 18 years old, that's about 20 years ago, she did reduce my coverage from 100% to 70%. And also the suicide threat, we know now that it was not a threat because she did commit suicide against me 3 years ago in 2013.
So you had all these things against you, Sasha. It seems like you were being tested in a gigantic way, that you overcame this test, and you did it by not listening to the doctors and to the people around you. How did you find your way, and what was that way?
Well, I've always had this feeling since I was very young that there was a higher power. You can call it whatever you'd like, but there's a higher power, and it's assisting you. And I always believed that it's about your outlook in life.
Yes.
Since I was younger, I believed, it's not about how many people have it better than me, but in fact how many people are worse off than me, and that means how well I'm actually doing. I mean, I always had a roof over my head. I always had something to eat in my plate. I could go to the best schools on the planet.
Yeah.
And so I was always looking at I'm so much better off than so many more people, than having the attitude that so many other people have that are facing challenges and say, oh, poor me, there's so many people that are better off than me. Well, I'm nothing. I've never had that, really. And I've always seen life as there is a fine line between victim and victory, and it's just a couple letter mark, and you choose. And I've always chose victory. And it's not to say that I had not moments in my life that I wasn't depressed or feeling down like everybody else did, but I was always able to tune myself back on victory and keep in my mind's eye that there is something higher than me that's assisting me, and that I can do whatever I set my mind to.
And how did you call in that higher power to assist you, or did it show its presence to you? How did you feel the higher power come in to heal you?
I felt always like there was a presence, For me, it was always a presence, and it was like there was always something there that showed me it can be done. There is a way. I just have to find a way, but there is a way.
Right.
For instance, if you want to talk about the way, when I learned how to ski, how many people learn how to ski as well? They go downhill, and they learn how to ski. I was very much aware what happens if I fall on my back severely. I could kill myself, be in a wheelchair, or be in severe pain. Like, I've been for 15 years after a severe fall on my back. But I learned, for instance, to see how to fall first. I learned how to fall sideways, forward, but never backwards, so never to fall on my back. And then I would learn how to ski. So I would always approach it in a way that I could do things and could do everything I wanted to do in my life.
You took the cards that were dealt to you, and you played those cards and learned how to get around your disabilities.
Exactly.
And now, you had told me your kidneys were severely damaged as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the only things that really paralyzes my bladder, I need to use catheters to go to the bathroom since I was born, pretty much. And the medical community was afraid that the urinary tract infection would kill me off because I had so many introducing a foreign object in my bladder a couple times a day. That was between the age of 0 and 11. And they gave me medication like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But this medication actually ruined my kidneys completely. When I was 11, I had kidneys of a 90-year-old man. They said that there would be dialysis, transplant, and death before the age of 18. And I had the same attitude. And I said, well, if you guys are right, you'll know I'll be dead. But I have another opinion about this. I'll say that I'll be doing everything you tell me cannot be done once more. And after a couple of years, I think it was about 2.5 to 3 years, they were looking at me and said, why is that kid still around, and why is that kid doing so well? And they took another image of my kidneys, and it had regenerated.
Your kidneys regenerated. Wow.
Yeah, they did. And I had kidneys. Well, not much quite like 14-year-old, but they said at the time I had like 16 or 17-year-old. So they're just slightly older than I was at the time. It's still okay.
Wow. Wow. That's incredible. How do you think they regenerated?
You know, I've been often been asked that question, and but looking back, it's very clear to me that when they told me again that I had no chance of be dying, it fueled my drive even more to live and to succeed. And that's when I went down the list and said, look, I can wait in bed and wait until until death comes, but I mean, an earthquake might also come and the roof might fall on my head, that might also work. Or I can live my life and to the fullest. So what I was imagining in my life, visualizing, is everything I believe that a teenager or a young adult will be doing in his life, like dating or like going to university, all these things, and visualizing myself doing these things, although they were still far away at 11 years old, 12 years old, and always believing that life is the way to go. And so I did even more things that they told me I cannot do, and I went towards more living and more succeeding and more doing and more being alive. And I guess that this is what kept me alive.
So don't listen to the experts.
Well, I'd say listen to the experts. It's important to take the expert's opinion, you know,
Right.
but don't write anyone off because, you know, for me, no one is ever disabled. I don't like the word disability because nobody is ever dysfunctional, and it gives the impression that people that are different are dysfunctional. And nobody's dysfunctional. We're all just differently able, you know?
Yeah.
And I took, as you were saying, what I could do and made the best out of it, knowing that I have limitations, that things I cannot do, like my fine coordination is pretty much absent. And there are other things that I'm not going to be able to do because of the limitation of my disability, but there are so many things I can do, and why not put the spotlight on those and make them grow?
Yeah, when I met you, I noticed you're just an intense amount of gratitude that you were emanating. You seem so grateful for everything, and I think that that radiates out to people. So that's why I wanted to have you on. Just it's so inspirational to see someone who's just was really dealt just a terrible hand. Still be optimistic, still be joyful, and still be able to to be positive on life and to feel limitless. Now, how did you tell me about like physically and diet wise? How did you turn things around? To get past, of course, the kidney issues and all these kinds of things. Did you learn about an anti-inflammatory diet? You had talked about some a special kind of water that you were doing.
Yeah, absolutely, but that was much later. For me, you know, I've never, prior to a couple years ago, about 10 years ago, when a couple food allergies came out, like I can't have gluten, dairy, soy, or eggs, and stuff like that. So that's when I was kind of forced to change my diet, but I enjoy that new diet. But previously, and in my entire life, I was really driven by a couple core principles that I relate in my book as well. That's called From Victim to Victory Core Principles. It's the book one in the series I'm writing with my wife Jemima, who's also got an incredible story.
Victim to Victory, you guys, on Amazon. Victim to Victory, right?
From Victim to Victory, book one, Core Principles, A Leadership Journey. That's the first book I have written. My wife is in the process of writing the second one because that's where she's going to relate her story.
Okay, great.
And then we're going to write everything together. But for me, it was really about a couple core principles in life, you know? Always reminding myself that you have a choice.
Yes.
You have a choice in how you look at things.
Yes.
You can either look at things like everything is awful or everything is great.
Right.
And I've chosen to say, you know what? There must be a silver lining somewhere, even if it's the best. There must be a silver lining and a light and a spotlight somewhere that's bringing me towards life. Also, it's about not holding on to grudges and forgiving.
Yes.
Because when we forgive, I forgave my mom, for instance, who's been awful with me. I forgave life for having had to go through so many challenges, you know. Because after all, it's not about the other person when you're forgiving. It's all about yourself because you're freeing yourself from a heavy weight that you're carrying, a burden.
Absolutely.
You know? And
Absolutely.
so remembering you have a choice. You also have a choice to forgive or to keep on poisoning your life by not forgiving. Yes. You have a choice on how to overcome your challenges. You know, you can use your challenges for the greater good.
Yes.
To be an example, to help people, or you can use your challenges to pity yourself and get everything from everybody. You know, because you're such a poor soul that to go through so many things. I've never chose this one. I've always chose to use the challenges to overcome and be an example and show that it can be done. And also, it's about, we live in a world where we talk about competition so much, you know, and about, we live in a world where we're egocentric. So many people are egocentric and step on each other. Yeah. I've always seen like the cooperation and seeing the other one as equal and as one is a much better way to go.
Yes.
Because it takes out the stress out of so many things, you know, and it's when you cooperate.
Yes.
And then it becomes about everybody rises up. Everybody's got something to win, or if you cooperate. Whereas if you compete and if you step on others, you just, well, you lose yourself and you make everybody else lose. So, to the most of my abilities, when I do something, I do it with many people in mind, you know. When I wrote the book, I didn't write it for me. I wrote it for other people. So that it can reach the greatest number of people in the world, and then it hopefully impacts their lives as well.
Beautiful. Well, we have to wrap this up. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Sasha?
Yes, there's something I would like to add very quickly, if I may. You were asking about the pain. So 15 years ago, I did fall on my back, and I spent 15 years in severe neurogenic pain. That's nerve pain. Like if you have millions of needles in your body all the time, and it got so bad and worse and worse and worse because I was pulling on the nerves. And last December, beginning of December, it got so bad I couldn't breathe, I couldn't move, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do anything anymore. And miraculously, a solution showed up in my life, that's a water treatment system that uses hydrogen into the water. It creates molecular hydrogen, and when the hydrogen attaches to your free radicals, it transforms into water. And you flush it out. So it means that has dramatically reduced the pain in my body and has given me back my life. And if people want to find out more about it, they can log on to Unity, that's UNITY.simplyyoung, one word, simplyyoung.com, and check it out. It's called the Hydra H2 water system. And people can also get in touch with me if they want to know more. I don't know if you talked about the email address they can reach me at, but it's Sasha, SASCHA.GOROKHOFF, GOROKHOFF, like Francis, at gmail.com.
Go ahead and type that into the chat section if you would, so people can get that. That would be great, Sasha. And yes, hydration is really the key to a lot of this. I mean, the only way we really hydrate is to get the hydrogen in, and the fruits, the fresh fruit juices really do that well. And cleaning the lymph system so those cells can absorb more is really, really helpful as well.
Absolutely, and what's so awesome about this system is that it's purifying the water first, mineralizing, ionizing, alkalizing, and hydrogenizing it. So basically, when it comes out of the spigot, it's the most pure water, like it mimics Mother Nature's water. And it's just awesome. And for me, it has dramatically reduced the pain.
Wow.
And given me back my mental clarity, my energy, and my life, literally, because I was in such a bad shape at the beginning of December. And I'm just so grateful. You know, again, I believe that there is a solution out there. I don't know what it was, because we've tried medically everything we could. Pharmaceuticals, it was never strong enough. But I always believed that there is a solution that's going to show up in my life, and that it's going to make everything better.
Beautiful.
And again, the solution came, and that's how you were asking in the beginning, how some higher force is assisting me. I believe.
Yes. Yeah, you're here for a purpose. You're here to show people the way. So beautiful. So yeah, if you would put that stuff in the chat section, the name of your book, the Unity and Simply Young, and your contact information. I'm sure a lot of people would like to follow up on this. So thank you so much, Sasha, for calling in. Okay, and
thank you so much, Mark, for having me. Thank you, everybody. I wish everybody good night or a happy day, depending on where you are on the planet. And I just wish you all the very best you can have for you and your loved ones.
Well, thank you, Sasha, and thank you for your inspiration. I'm sure a lot of
Thank you.
people are typing it. They're feeling you right now, so that's good. So
Thank you, and tell people that I'm logging onto my computer right now, and in a minute or so, I'll be able to type it into the chat box.
Okay, if you guys have any questions for Sasha, he's going to be on the chat box too. Okay, so
in about a minute.
Perfect. So thank you, Sasha, and good night. We'll see you in the chat. See you in the chat room.
Thank you. Love you all. See you in a minute on the chat.
All right. Love you, Sasha. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. So that's Sasha. Yeah, I was at the Conscious Life Expo, and I was walking around, and I met him, and I was just, his energy was just so positive, and we got to talking, and I said, you got to come on the show, because this guy was really, he was really dealt a bad hand, and yeah, the amount of forgiveness and you know, just wanting to spread his word out there and get the inspiration to everybody. That's a lot of it, you guys. I mean, really, I don't get too you know, spiritual on these talks, but really, I really truly believe there's forces out there that really can come in and heal you. They have to be invited in, though. Okay, and they're invited in through your prayers, through your good wishes, through your positive attitude, for your belief and trust that you will be healed. And this is a big component of it, I'm finding out. In fact, that's kind of where I'm evolving to more and more is understanding, you know, how these forces do interact with us. And it is, a lot of it is, you know, I guess the law of attraction, that we attract what we put out. So, you know, Sasha's just a great example of that. And he's overcome a lot. So I'm just so glad that he chimed in. If you guys have some questions for him, he's going to be in this room shortly. So let's get back to your questions, you guys, and keep this session going here. So we left off with the kombucha, I believe, right? Okay, and water kefir. Okay, Crystal Hippie. Okay, hi Mark. Sorry for your loss. I know you will miss him. Yeah, thank you so much. My dad and I talked every single day. We were really good friends. He was ready to go though, and it's all part of it. And there was actually, you know, like I say, it was a very joyous event. I had never witnessed anyone pass, and I held him and talked to him as he was being taken. And for me, he was clearly in the hands of the angels, and you could feel it. Time slowed down, and it got this really beautiful kind of there's just a beautiful kind of slow motion energy in the room. And we took a picture of all 9 of us, maybe about 10 minutes after he passed. And I have it, and the joy in all our faces was unbelievable. This just joy came in the room, and we celebrated his life. We talked, we told stories, and it was just really, it was so great that everybody assembled there just at the nick of time. And literally, he was passing as I came in the door. So there's a higher power out there, you guys. I'll tell you. And I witnessed it. So, anyways, thank you, Crystal Hippie. Okay, Jolie. Hi, Mark. I'm glad to be here tonight. I'm glad to have you, Vegan Marcella, and more. Let's see. I ate my detox tea. I sat my detox tea aside for a month. The one in the paper bag, and now I'm ready to take it, but it doesn't have directions for it on the bag. Could you briefly explain how to mix it and take it? There's instructions on the JavanaDetox.com site, but basically it's really 8 ounces of water. You know, make 3 cups minimum. So 24 ounces of water, 3 tablespoons of the tea. Stir it up, bring it to a boil, and then just let it simmer for 20 minutes. I do it at night and let it sit on the counter all night. Therefore, you got a really strong, powerful infusion. So just let it sit all night, and then strain it out, mix it up again, strain it out, and reheat it as you want. It's really that simple. And then if you have the boost, you just take 1/3 of a tablespoon of each boost and mix it into that. So it's super simple. You know, talking about teas and tinctures and capsules, you know, one of the things with the Master Fast that Gino talks about is he likes the tinctures because they're not like the capsules that have to be digested, that the tinctures soak right in. Well, teas do the same thing. Teas are like cooked tinctures, basically. And so teas are a great alternative to tinctures. They're a lot cheaper, and you don't turn on digestion, and they're very powerful. So it's something to think about. If you don't mind making teas every 3 or 4 days, because they don't keep like the tinctures. The tinctures will last for indefinitely, really, but the teas you got to make every 3 or 4 days. But no big deal. Save you a lot of money though. Okay, Parambody. Hi, Mark. I had an interesting thought the other day. Oh, good. After breaking my master fast, I was eating fruit, and it occurred to me that as we chew our raw food, we kill it. So it's going to be dead. Any thoughts? Well, no. I mean, look, the raw food's got enzymes in it. Those are alive. That's not gonna. You're not gonna kill them by chewing with them. They're gonna mix with your enzymes and all that. They call it there's it's a bioforce that's in the living food, and that goes in. I wouldn't worry about that. And yeah, so no, and I mean, Gino is now going to the fact that cooking actually can open it up energetically as well. So but for raw foodists, yeah, it's great. You're not killing it by eating it, so I wouldn't worry about that. But that's an interesting thought. Thank you. Rosalie, sorry for your loss. He's in a good place. Yeah, he really is, Rosaline. He really, truly is. I really believe that. He was such a good guy. Just everybody loved him. And he's just a very non-judgmental guy, which is really neat. Hannon, good evening. Prayers for you and your family. Thank you so much. My sincere condolences. Thank you. Thank you for all you do for us. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Jay Finn, hey, Mark. About to do a detox to move HSV2, herpes, simplex 2, but preseason football training is about to start. I'm afraid just a detox as I will not last. Can I bring some solid food in my diet? Any examples? Wow, football training. There's a tennis player, professional tennis player that's on Master Fast, and I think she's been doing it for over 100 days. It's I don't know. Our thoughts about food they're blowing up for me. You can eat a lot of fruit and still detox. You need calories, right, for your football and to keep the weight on and all that. If that's what you're thinking, you can eat a ton of fruit. Eat the more high calorie fruits. The dates, the raisins, bananas, things like that. The more high calorie fruits. The avocados really have a lot of fat in them and a lot of calories. So just you can get a lot of calories that way. It might be hard. I don't know how hard you're training. It seems like it's really early for football training. But I guess I don't know. Maybe try to get a hold of that tennis player on the MasterFast system board. And I guess she's a high-level tennis player that's doing the MasterFast and competitive tennis and training hard. So anything's possible. Like Sasha said, anything is possible. So look into it. Let us know. That'd be breaking new ground for me. So I'd like to know too. Lindsay, help me understand the order of detoxing. Kidneys filter. So window of opportunity is open to push the detox tricks. Or is the filtration proof, reward, result, whatever happened the day before? Okay, so the order is really we want to get kidney filtration. Here's the catch-22. You got to get the mucus out of the kidneys. Okay, so how do you do that? You got to do it with fruit and herbs. Okay, so it's a catch-22 there. One of the things that we don't do is we don't do a lot of heavy exercise and lymphatic herbs to push a lot of toxins towards those unopened kidneys. So first order is really, really getting those kidneys open. Now, you can do that, but you have to do everything at the same time. But back off on the lymphatic herbs. But yeah, kidney herbs, adrenal herbs, and in the gland for the herbs for the glands, especially the adrenals, because they sit on top of the kidneys, they control them, and cleaning the GI tract. The GI tract is the center of the body, the trunk of the tree. If that's not clean, nothing happens either. So 4-way detox, okay, but light on the lymphatic herbs until you get that. And yes, it is proof. Filtration is proof that you're on the right path. but you got to really focus on those kidneys. That's the main focus in the beginning. Okay. And kidneys are open up. I have a video, that whiteboard video. I think it's my most popular video. And you get, you'll see the fruits that do the most cleansing, and you get on the herbs and all that. And now, I didn't have the information at the time I made that. It was a couple of years ago. Now dry fasting is really helping. Short-term dry fasting, 12 hours nightly, 12 to 16 hours, 17 hours if you can, so on, nightly, and then once a week, a 24 to a 36-hour dry fast. Ease into that, very powerful. Do your homework on that. But dry fasting is really opening kidneys. I get messages all the time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I finally got my kidneys open, and it was the dry fasting that did it. So this is the key. If your kidneys aren't filtering, forget it. You're not going to get the healing. Just not going to happen. So this is our focus, guys. Hide that jar behind the toilet, that mason jar, so no one sees it, and pull it out every morning and check that urine. And filtration it's not every day you get the big filtrations. Sometimes after your cheat meals you get a big load of mucus out there. Shows your body's kicking it out. So reading filtration's an art. I'm working on it too. But anything is good. Any speckles, any strands, any cloudiness is good. Super crystal clear urine, no matter what color, is not what we want. Okay, we want a little bit of opaqueness. But that's it. That shows you that the lymph is starting to clear and you're healing. The healing process is taking place. Okay? You're cleaning the pus, the mucus, the acids, the toxins out of the body. And as you move up on the fruits to those citruses and that grape and lemon combination is great. Whether it's cooked or not cooked, it's super, super powerful. Okay? And like I was saying in the beginning, is that I stirred up the hornet's nest, okay? And there's starting to become a divide, if you will. And I'm caught in that divide because how dare you recommend pasteurized juice? I thought you were a Dr. Morse guy, or I thought you were a raw foodist and this and that. Well, I think the pasteurized juice has its place, and I think that it is a amazing solvent. It was for me. By day 3, I was kicking out toxic sludge out of my bowels. As a bowel cleaner, I have not found anything better. Combining that with the GI broom from Dr. Morse, the psyllium pudding, and that cooked grape and lemon juice, I mean, unbelievable. If you're speaking only about nutrition, I would have to say that I'm still saying that raw is better if you're nutrition based. Okay? If you want to do some deep healing of the highest order, some deep cleansing of the bowels and getting the mucus out of the body, I think it's really powerful. It's a powerful solvent. Okay? Not for everybody though. Be very careful. It is really powerful. So that's where I stand now. A lot of it's up to you guys. It's just another tool. Okay? But as far as the nutrition side, I think raw is still the best because it's natural. It's in a natural state, the way that the Lord Creator had made it for us. So that's where I'm at now. Gino is moving out of nutrition and into more of plasma and energetics and things like that. That is going to the space now that doesn't feel we even need nutrition. That it's all keeping us locked into the material world. So there's a lot of interesting things going on there, and I'm kind of glad there's a little controversy. I don't want to see a big rift, where we take sides and all that. I kind of dance between both sides because I'm not. I don't like to divide. It's not. I'm more fuzzy in that way. But certainly great things with raw. Certainly great things with the cooked. And so love it all. It is just powerful, powerful stuff we're getting into, you guys. It's so exciting to see all this healing coming in. We're really cracking the code, and the dry fasting that Gino had brought us really cracked the code on kidney filtration. So good stuff happening. I guess a little controversy is good. I love criticism, you guys, and I love it. But if you're gonna cuss at me and hit me with negativity, I'm just gonna delete it because I don't like it hanging around on the boards. I'm really sensitive to it, and but just pepper your comments with some love and you know, and be, you know, be logical, and it's great for everybody, even if your opinion's different. But to come in and attack just with name calling and all that, I don't go for it. So I'll just delete you. So, uh, but you can come back and just do it nicely. All right. So C Tahoe, glad I made it. Love the Monday shows. Yeah, C Tahoe, good to have you back. The ROJ, I don't know, the ROJ light. The Roji light? Okay. What advice would you give for someone who can't sleep on a vegan diet? Okay, interesting. Well, sleep is tied to the pineal gland. And a lot of us, if we haven't done a lot of cleansing, have got a clogged transverse colon, which then is blocking in the head. There's just a big correlation there. So you got to clean out that pineal gland. You got to clean the head, get the head draining. Got to clean the colon, especially that transverse colon, and you've got to move lymph out of that head. General detox, 4-way detox, get the kidneys filtering, move the lymph, clean the GI tract, and get those glands up and going, especially the adrenals. And then there's herbs, upper circulation, brain and nerve herbs really help. There are pituitary glandulars, pituitary herbs to kickstart that. There's neurolymphatic massages you can do. All this stuff's on my website for free. You can get the information, hot and cold showers, physically moving lymph to get all that draining, get that pineal gland back open. And as Rene Descartes, a great philosopher hundreds of years ago, said, the pineal gland is the seat of the soul. It's your connection to the higher realms, higher intuition and higher wisdoms and all that. It's a very vital gland. We're learning more and more about it. It's actually a liquid crystal that tunes. So tune up your pineal gland. I think you're going to be a lot happier. When we get on these higher diets, like the vegan diets, like the high fruit diets, my experience has been, and the experience I've seen with others has been, that we don't need as much sleep. It's really quite amazing. So a lot of it could be that you're just energetically getting more vibrant too. But so that's what I would say. Get that pineal gland open. Chances are your pituitary is down too, which is right next to it. That is the master gland that talks to all the other glands, and the glands are the generals of the body. They control all the other functions of the body. So it's a great sign that you're picking up on this. So do some deep cleaning. Get on a good solid detox. Okay, go to the highest level you can handle, but come in from the low side so you know where that ceiling is. Don't drop in from the ceiling. You can hurt yourself. Like Gino always says, people die on these things. They die on fasts. People die every day, but be careful. You have been warned. Do your homework. We're not messing around. I know that a lot of people think this is all just fun and games, but you can really push it. All right, so good. Rosaline, just made tinctures this weekend, and I just found out that I should have used organic vodka. Will this be less effective? It's distilled. The vodka you get is super distilled. Some people are really strict organic. I think you're fine myself. Okay, less effective? I don't think so. There might be a few toxins in there. But, the good news about, we cannot live in this world without toxins, you guys. And there's been a lot of studies that even if you buy organic, there's still a lot of toxins in this stuff. This is a very dirty planet. It really is. So, buy organic when possible, but, it's not always a possibility financially and just logistically. So, just keep deep. The best thing you guys can do is detox and eat a high fruit diet. Keep that lymph moving. Keep everything dissolved and liquid and flowing. You're way better off to be an organic person that doesn't detox and to be a non-organic person that detoxes. I think you're better off being a non-organic detox person. You're better being an organic detox person than anything, but do the best you can. All right. C Tahoe, prayers for you and your family, and so nice to hear about the transition with you and other family there. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we were so blessed, and the fact that he waited, that was amazing. Even though he was really pretty much unconscious for the last few days, maybe it was the angels that waited for us, you know, so I could be with him. I still had my backpack on. I was still carrying a piece of luggage, and I just held him. I just got over to the side of the bed, walked in the door, and I saw he was changing color, and I just held him and just talked to him. I actually cracked a few jokes. I don't know why this came into me, you guys, but I said, Dad, you know, I know you don't believe this, but you're gonna get a new body. Would you please make it more athletic this time? Because he never played any sports at all, not even golf. He hated all sports. And I said, you know, and the Lord has a sense of humor. You're probably going to come back as a liberal Democrat. And so we all got a big laugh. He was pretty much a Republican his whole life, I think. Not really, more of a libertarian, but he definitely favored the Republicans. So a lot of joy came in, you guys. I mean, death is you know, it's a new beginning in a lot of ways. It's closing the chapter on this. I believe we these are just meat suits. We just go get another one, and it's pretty evident that we're really divine beings. This is a spiritual realm we're in. We're spiritual souls having a spiritual adventure. It's all spiritual. And yeah, we're playing this game. We're like in this maze, I think, that we got to figure our way out. We've been put on this earth, trapped in this physical realm with all its limitations and all its sort of you know, there's dark and light here. It's a drama. This is a big cosmic drama. And we're in this maze trying to figure out how to get out of here and move on to higher planets. So I look at it as a big game. And so he's coming back. You know, I tried to help him out as much as I could, but he still put butter on his steak and hated vegetables and thought I was a kook and all that. So it's all good. But thanks for your prayers, C Tahoe. Serena, hi Mark, hi everyone. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Sending hugs over the airwaves. I feel your hugs. Thank you. My name used to be High Carb. All right, Serena, High Carb. It was now Serena. Okay, good. Yeah. High Carb, you've been with us a long time. I changed it to my real name in an effort to be more of who I am. All right, Serena A. Okay, good. Glad to have you. Okay, so ROJ Light. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. Oh, that's okay. So now we're talking about the sound, so everybody could hear. Some people couldn't hear so well. I'm skipping ahead. Okay, so DV Jacobs, hey Mark, I want to know what was Linda's full name, the lady who from the previous chat who beat cancer. Her name is Linda Maris, Linda Wolfel Maris, okay, and she's on the Master Fast board. You can search her name over there and ask her questions over there or messenger her. Gino had said on when we did the big interview that okay, so she started the Master Fast in December and of last year, and then it was a 6.5 centimeter tumor on her kidney. Left kidney was already taken from cancer. Right kidney had a tumor. She was in bad shape. 6.5 centimeter tumor. By August, she had another ultrasound. It was down to 0.3, I think it was, or 0.6. And then, according to Gino, the last ultrasound, there was only scar tissue. It was gone. So yeah, Linda, I'd like to get her on. I'd like to get her on again. And yeah, very inspirational healing there. A lot of healing testimonials are coming in very rapidly over at the Master Fast Facebook page. So keep reading those, you guys, if you want to have hope and inspiration. A lot of them are coming in. I wish Dr. Morse would do this same thing and have a place where all these could come in. It would be really wonderful in a private club setting, of course. So fantastic! It's just great to hear that we're onto a path, and so many people are finding this relief through this powerful natural healing. Not complicated, really easy to understand. The whole thing is just us trusting again. Every cell in our body is programmed not to trust nature. It's programmed to trust the for-profit industries that are making chumps out of us, and that go ahead and lead a decadent life. You know, be as decadent as you want. We got a pill to fix you. That's all a bunch of garbage, and it's really nonsense when you take a good look at it. And there's a lot of suffering they're causing through their greed and through their narcissism and through their lust for power and money. It's really disgusting. And the more I learn about it, the more I'm disgusted by it. When this is so simple. But forgive them. They know not what they do. A lot of the doctors die young. Look at the life expectancy of these guys. They don't even know what they're doing. They're trapped in it too. And like I've mentioned, there's the largest heart transplant place in Texas. I think it's in Houston. Has a McDonald's in the lobby, and the surgeons eat there. So go figure. But yeah, it's really unlearning what we've been taught to our core. No, you cannot do what you can't lead a decadent life. And the thing is people say, "Oh gosh, should I take the herbs twice a day or 3 times a day? Is 3 times a day way too much?" But yet a lot of people don't think about supersizing their soda or having that 12-pack of beer in one sitting. But when it comes to herbs, my God, I'm going to overdose on one extra eyedropper full. I mean, it's just the programming is so deep. It's unbelievable. Trust the man-made food, but don't trust the stuff from nature. Be very careful with that stuff. Yeah, true. Do your homework, but really fear that garbage that is, the endless breadsticks at Olive Garden. I mean, that's the danger. The most dangerous part of a flight is the meal, not the flight. So, if you don't understand what you're eating in that meal, that's the danger. So, anyways, okay. So skipping ahead here. A lot of comments, a lot of good comments on Sasha. Such a great soul. So Kim, sorry for your loss, Mark. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate that. You guys. Lindsay, my intuition is that I'm dealing with malabsorption. What is the fastest way to see some results and get the body to utilize the goodness I'm giving it? Good question. Okay, so the malabsorption, is okay. The GI tract is roughly 30 feet. Some say 45 feet, whatever. It's a lot of feet of GI tract. And cleaning that out of most of us have had a lot of processed flour, sugars, fats, all kinds of things. It's just packed, it's impacted with all this stuff that needs to clear out, and that can cause malabsorption. The nutrients that you're putting in are not getting absorbed through. So we want to clean that out. Mucoid plaque is, I think it's real. It lines the GI tract. That needs to go. It's a black, rubbery, toxic, foul, disgusting substance. The only way I've ever found to get rid of it is with the master fast, with the cooked grape juice and the lemon and the GI broom and the psyllium pudding. Okay? That was the way that I got it out. Other people can do it. There's other ways. Just Google it. But master fast, I was starting to kick it out by day 8. Some people kick it out in day 2. Took me day 8. Some people day 60. But once that starts unleashing and coming out, it's just unstoppable. It just keeps coming. And I got the toxic sludge in the first 2 days. My absorption is so strong now, you guys. It's really, really incredible. Okay? I can feel herbs really, really quickly and way more powerfully. I've had to back off on my dosages. So that's the way to do it. If you're skinny and blaming it on malabsorption, you're probably right. You're not getting the absorption of the nutrients and all that kind of stuff. But also look at the pancreas. You're probably low. That pancreas is probably full of mucus, and you're not making the enzymes necessary to break down the foods. Okay? So that's 2 things. So detox. Look into the master fast, okay? Something really, if you guys really want to do a deep cleaning of that GI tract, if that's the only thing you take away from master fast is a deep GI tract cleaning, then so be it. It's wonderful. Jemima, oh, you're Sasha's wife. I met you too. Hi, guys. It is Sasha from my wife's account. Oh, okay, Sasha's coming in. Okay. All right, so we're going to call Jemima Sasha, okay? So good. All right, good to have you here. Okay, so Karthik, oh good, welcome back. About the psyllium pudding in your site, does it contain ingredients which you have showed in the video? Yeah, the psyllium pudding is really simple. It's psyllium husk, either powder or the husks, and it's also bentonite clay and activated charcoal. So basically 4 ounces of the psyllium, a tablespoon of the clay, and a tablespoon of the charcoal. And that's all it is. Okay. Oh, I mean the same brands. No, they're not the same brands. The psyllium, I think in the video was from Now Corporation. But it's different. But it's organic. The psyllium I use is organic, so it's a better psyllium than what I was using in the video. Okay. Okay. So Kim is asking, what is your website, Sasha? So Sasha, if you haven't done already, I'm not at the bottom of the stack, but definitely put your website. We have some interest for you, Sasha. Okay. Ryan, hey, Ryan, hey, Mark. This is from jolly old England. Okay, welcome. Every time I take the Fab 4, my right kidney hurts. It's been 3 days now since I started the Fab 4. Should I stop? Yeah, I think I answered this in an email. Back off. If your kidney starts to hurt, back off. You're probably pushing a lot of toxins towards those kidneys. Guys, we don't need to be heroes here. Back off if you're moving too quickly, okay? You can lessen the fruits, all that. We're all at different levels. Back off till you need it. Of course, there's things that you can do for the kidney pain. Aloe's nice, aloe vera, slippery elm, marshmallow. I did some work on this, you guys, and I want to tell you for kidney pain. Hopefully, I can find this real quickly. For kidney pain, I had a first aid for you guys here, and of course, it's going to take me just a second to find this. I've been working on first aid for you guys, and I think it's really important. Hold on one second here. I'm close to it here. Okay. All right. So first aid. Give me just a second, you guys, because this is really, really super important, because we don't want people suffering here. Okay, so first aid. Okay, so yeah, aloe vera is really good. Kidney pain. Okay, so kidney pain. Drink some water. This is one of the first times I really talk about drinking water, but that helps flush with fresh lemon juice. Okay, 4 tablespoons per cup of fresh lemon juice. Okay, so that'll help move some stuff. Corn silk. Make a corn silk tea. This is really, really good for kidney pain. Corn silk is actually just the stuff that fur that comes off the corn, but you can buy it at the health food store. So corn silk tea is really good. Dandelion tea, celery seed tea. 1 tablespoon of celery seed per cup is very helpful. Parsley tea and marshmallow root tea and aloe vera, as I talked about. So I just wanted to share that with you guys real quick, okay? So there you go. So back off, you guys. Don't be a hero, okay? You got plenty of time to build up to this. Sometimes we unleash a lot of toxins in the beginning, okay? And we don't want to push too much towards the kidneys, because then they're just going to inflame more. So we're not doing them a service by moving too quickly. Again, listen to your body, listen to your intuition. DV Jacobs, hey Mark, do you know Gino's take on cooked lemons? Gino is now, he said it on my show. He said, I don't really tell too many people this, because they're already getting down on him for the cooked grape juice, but now he's saying that cooking your lemons and the cooked grape juice is better. Okay, he was saying that do the raw lemons and the cooked grape juice. I think he was trying to appease the raw crowd, but now he's fully cooked both of them. He says it still creates that plasma field interaction. Okay, so now he's totally cooked. I think Gino's going to be cooked everything here pretty quick, and he was raw as law for 9 years. So he's really, really changing very quickly over there, and he's preaching this getting off of food as much as you can thing, and getting more into plasma. He's moving very quickly. So I'm following his journey. I'm still locked into the food and realms myself. I love the taste. True, after the master fast, I don't eat it, probably eat half as much. but the taste and the comfort of it is sure great. And there are times, I got to be honest with you guys, that I really need to ground because I have so much fruit and so much herbs and just what I do. I feel like I need to come back down to earth a little bit. So I love the roots. And there are periods where I really, really crave roots, the carrots and the beets and the sweet potatoes, and they help ground me. And my cheat, I love potatoes. I love French fries. I mean, I know they're terrible, but there's something very grounding and very as a cheat food. It's like that is the number one cheat for me, and way beyond pizza even. But yeah, a cooked sweet potato really does the job for me and brings me down to earth. So, but it's emotional. A lot of food is emotional, and we don't need as much as we think we do. Nutrition is way overrated, and we're getting we're getting such high quality nutrition. You guys, being raw vegan, raw fruitarian mostly, it's unbelievable amounts of nutrition coming through us, and with these herbs too. I mean, just phenomenal. And when you're around normal people and what they eat, it's hard to even believe that they sustain life on what they're eating. I always talk about flying back from Costa Rica after eating the most beautiful fruits, and then getting on that plane and just watching what they served everybody. Just absolute. I had the vegetarian meal, and it looked like they served me. I remember as a kid eating beefaroni. Who remembers beefaroni? It was it was noodles out of a can with some ground up beef in it. But this didn't have the beef, but it looked exactly like it with the tomato sauce without the beef, and it tasted like it was disgusting. And I looked around and I go, how do these people even live on this stuff? There was nothing on that plate that had any nutrition that I could see in it. So, but humans carry on, and they put the most clogged, toxic stuff in their bodies. And like my dad, he went 88 years, and the human body's amazing. I mean, there's other reasons why we stick around. It's not, the yeah, it's a mystery why some real healthy people leave the planet early while some very unhealthy people stick around. I don't know. There's higher powers that are at work here, you guys. But what I will say is that if you want to live pain free and you want to operate at your highest potential, get on the fruits and get on the raw, the limited raw veggies, and you're just going to thrive on, and get to levels that you can't even believe in every way possible. So yeah, so it's incredible. It's incredible what humans can live on, but it's incredible the levels you can reach when you get it right. Okay, and I really believe that we're not meant to pass away in pain, in suffering. I think we should go into the hands of the angels fairly easily, and not have to lose our dignity, and have people care for you in such a way where you can't go to the bathroom by yourself and all that. I think all that's avoidable, and to be present. My dream really is to be fully present for my transition, to really feel that the spirit's coming in and the angels taking control of the body and the soul and all that. I mean, I hear a lot about that, people that reach those levels. That's where I'm going. So anyways, just thought I'd throw that in there. Okay, so Karthik, on a fruit diet, we get good filtering when we eat cooked food. Does that mean our kidneys are already open? Yes. Yeah. You're kicking it out. You're kicking it out. Your body's getting rid of it quickly. It's great. Open and working fine. We need to focus mainly on pulling and moving the lymph. Yes, you got it right. You got it right. Yeah, keep those cheat meals down. They're just going to be mucus forming. You've already done the work of getting the mucus out. Now you're putting more mucus forming foods in the body, albeit they're not, the lymph that you start to move is real deep in the body. The cheap foods you take in, the mucus forming foods you take in are going to work on a more surface level. Your body will kick it out quicker. But give your body a break. give it a mucus break. Just when you start taking in, cleansing and mucus dissolving foods instead of mucus forming foods, acid forming foods, you start taking the alkalizing foods, it's all magic. And we're coming up into the warmer months, you guys. This is when it gets really, really good. This is when we're going to really crave the fruit and all that. It's been very cold in LA, by the way. And but I had orange juice for breakfast and it felt great. But I had warm drinks in the morning too. So, but yeah, so you're just going to feel much better. But yeah. Okay, good. So this is Sasha. My book is called From Victim to Victory, Book 1. It's on Amazon. Core Principles, A Leadership Journey. So if you guys need inspiration from a guy that was dealt every bad hand you could, his whole back had a big hole in it, you guys, when he pulled up his shirt. Unbelievable, kidney to kidney. I don't know how this man is alive, really, and so positive and so joyful and looks super healthy. Really handsome guy, Sasha, and really true inspiration. Guys, we're all dealt bad hands. You can choose to look up or down and take the high road. Take the high road because, like Sasha said, there's always people that have it way worse than you. Let's give them a helping hand up, and be around as a positive spirit for them to feel that you're assisting them. Rosaline, I definitely will get your book. Thank you. Okay, so good, Sasha. You're spreading the word. Serena, a friend who eats the standard American diet got a kidney infection. He knew because his pee was cloudy. What does this mean in relation to wanting to see cloudy urine for kidney filtration? Yeah, that's the big thing. In the medical community, they say, oh, if you have cloudy urine, you got a kidney infection. Yeah, that's true. Your urine can get cloudy on a kidney infection. That's something completely different, okay? But how do you clean up a kidney infection? It's the same way. You clean out those kidneys, right? It's the same thing. You'll be doing the same thing anyways. Get those kidneys cleaned out. Kidney herbs, dry fasting, and a high fruit diet. And then, like I gave you the notes on, those other things can help you if you have some kidney pain. But yeah, they're two separate things, really. Not to be confused. But you're going to get UTIs and kidney infections from what? From clogged kidneys. Okay, Sasha, thank you, Rosaline. My book is available on Amazon. Yes. Do you still get headaches with your shunt? Okay, so that's a question. I never had to get a shunt. Okay, good. And Rosaline says, oh, my husband never had one either, but headaches got better with the move to Florida versus New York. Yeah, New York can cause a lot of headaches for sure. So Sasha, for those who want to get in touch with me, my email is Sascha, SASCHA, GOROKHOFF, GOROKHOFF @gmail.com. Okay, Sasha GOROKHOFF @gmail.com. Yes, I have my chain back. I have my chain back. I don't know what that is. Okay, so Karthik, does white coating on the tongue, is that a representation of the state of the GI tract? Yes, it is. How long it takes to turn it pink. Okay, so yeah, the tongue is really an extension of the GI tract. So if you have a white tongue, that shows that you have work to do. If you start to get a yellow tongue, that's more chronic. Some people have black tongues. That's a real super chronic condition. You don't want to have a black tongue. You got a lot of work, a lot of cleaning to do. Okay. A lot of people say just keep detoxing till your tongue turns pink again. But I found that my tongue will go pink and then white and all that. It depends on what's going on. Sometimes if you're fighting some kind of infection in the body, you're going to have a white tongue, of course. So how long it takes to go pink is an individual experience. But keep an eye on the color of that tongue, you guys. Okay. Darker the worse. Okay. Okay. So wait a minute. Something just happened here. We're trying to get rid of this little window here. Hold on. Okay, something happened to my window here. Okay, there we go. Okay, skipping ahead here. Okay, so we have B here. Can we use psyllium pudding when not on the master fast? Do we get the same benefits? That's a good question. I know a lot of people use psyllium, as part of their just basic bowel cleanse. I'd look into that, you guys. I don't want to comment on that because I really don't know. I've only used the psyllium pudding on the master fast, but a lot of bowel formulas do contain psyllium, bentonite clay, and activated charcoal. So my guess is yes. How much to use, I really don't know. So maybe ask the Master Fast System board over there. That might be a good question for them too. Okay. So Sasha, the water system that helped me so much is called the Ultra Hydra Freedom Pack, available online at unity.simplyyoung.com. Okay, so that's up there, you guys, in the chat section there, to get that hydrating water system. Interesting. I'm gonna look that up. That's interesting. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Sasha. Be here. Is it easy for you to sleep on an empty stomach? Yeah, no problem. Can you sleep if you're hungry? This is really great. This is a great question. I love talking about this because going to bed hungry is one of the worst feelings for us, right? We feel like lonely and we feel deprived and we're not going to make it through the night. Poor me. You wake up in the morning, you guys, and you fall asleep. You don't even remember. In the morning, you forget that you went to bed hungry, and then I'm up in the morning sometimes till 10 and not even hungry at all for anything, and go, wait a minute, I didn't even have anything to eat since 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's a strange thing. Hunger's it's an emotional thing, you guys. It really is. Believe me, most Americans are so far from hunger. It's amazing. I know when I first started fasting, my dad said, "What do you mean you didn't eat for a day? You're gonna die." I'm like, "What? You're gonna starve? You have to eat 3 meals a day. You know that." So, anyways, I can't. That's one of the reasons I'm afraid to start Master Fast. How was your sleeping experience during Master? My sleeping was great, except you have so much energy, guys. When your Master Fast is all about not digesting anything, so when you're not digesting, you have all that bodily energy for a lot of other things. So you don't need to sleep as much. That's the thing, when go to bed at 10 or 10:30 and you wake up at 3:30 wanting to jump out of bed and carry on your day, it's strange, but that's the way it is. I've backed off a little bit from that now. Now I wake up about 4:30, so I'm still an early riser. And before Master Fast, I was still an early riser, maybe 5:30 I was getting up. So, but yeah, during and after, maybe 44 days after, I was still getting up super, super early. It was really, really early. So yeah, you just have a lot more energy. And as that pineal gland clears out, you're going to sleep deeper. Okay. More melatonin will be released. Okay. So, Carolyn says to Sasha, "Hi, Sasha. Thanks. And I love your attitude. Excellent. See, Sasha, there's a reason you're here. You're here to inspire people. Absolutely. You guys have been awesome tonight," Sasha says. "Mark, you are great," Sasha. Thank you, Sasha. So are you. Charis, you're a beautiful person, Mark. Oh, thank you. Thanks for sharing yourself. Thank you, Charis. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, man. Kim, thanks, Sasha. I want to look into your water system. Excellent, excellent. Sasha, great, Kim. Email me if you want, or check it out on the website unitysimplyyoung.com. Taka, I talked to a few people doing master fasts with raw juices with similar results. Your take? Yeah, I've heard people that they get good results with raw juices. I know Marcy over at Dr. Morse's office got good results. So it's not as strong. Big deal. A lot of us don't need that strength. A lot of us don't want that strength, that solvent action so much. So yeah, so raw is great, guys. Man, it's nature. Fantastic. But financially, a lot of people can't afford it. Logistically, a lot of people don't have that time to make their raw juices. The raw grape juice is hard to find. I don't think you can find it in the stores too easily. So it's hard. So cooked has its place. Pasteurized has its place in a few ways, but raw is great. Raw is fantastic. Camellia Diamonds, condolences, Mark. Thank you. Sending blessings to you and your family. Thank you so much. I learned Gino has a new tincture that is for tumors called Thunder God Vine. Just ordered some. Prayers welcome and sent for all here. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, prayers to you, Camellia. Let us know how that works. I did not know about this formula. Good for Gino. Excellent. I wonder if he's got the poke root and bloodroot in there. Probably the chaparral and plantain and those things. So, yeah, let us know more about that. Yeah, prayers sent to you, Camellia. Let us know. You're on the master fast right now, I'm assuming, or going to be on it. Guys, join me. I'm going to be leading a group fast. Not necessarily the master fast, but just inspiration every day. We're going to bring Sasha on to give us some inspiration too. He's our inspiring soul that we found to help us all find that inspiration to carry on and to really get in. Guys, we all need healing. We're on this planet. This is a healing planet. I'm convinced of that. We're all here to heal. Okay? There's some of us that need less healing, and we've decided to help the people that need more than us. And that's kind of where I fit in. I still need a lot of healing, you guys, in so many areas. But I'm helping the people that I can help. And I think we all can do that. But this is a healing planet. So anything we can do. Okay, be here on middle of Dr. Morse's 10-week protocol. Experience lots of healing and feel great on fruit. Great. I'm not sure if I need to start Master Fast now. Will it accelerate the healing process? It really does. I mean, it did for me. It's really super high level healing. What you may want to do, the people that are on the Dr. Morse protocols that are handling that level, and you're talking a high level, guys, with all those herbs and all that fruit. If you want to take it up, try the dry fasting. Try the 12-hour a night and start incorporating that in, those once a week, 24-hour to 36-hour. Start slow, you guys, work into it, but that's a way to kind of go to a little higher level, okay? And get as high fruit as you can, high grape lemon, even if it's raw, as you can, and you're doing great work there, okay? But it is an acceleration, Master Fast. I really believe that, okay? Okay, so should I continue with the Dr. Morse protocol? I don't know the answer to that because I don't know what you're dealing with. But you can get a hold of me at mark@markjamesgordon.com and let me know if I can assist you if you need to take it up to a higher level. But a lot of that's individual. Okay, I'd be happy to assist you if you need my help. Okay. Crystal Hippie, I'm so excited to be starting the Master Fast in a few weeks. Yeah, you're going to start with us on the 21st. March 21st, right in the spring equinox, you guys, we're starting. Very auspicious time. Going into springtime, getting the power. The sun is now risen above the equator. It's now up in the northern hemisphere where we are, and it is moving. It is waxing up to the top, which will be June the 21st. And we're leading this to 108 days, the very auspicious number 108, the divine 9. 108 equals 9. So it's on so many levels. It's a very powerful, auspicious time to fast, you guys. So join us, and I'm going to try and bring people on a daily inspiration, and we're going to get through this. And yeah, jump on, jump off, come back on. It doesn't matter. We're gonna just cleanse our bodies so deeply and get these temples so squeaky clean that we're not gonna know who we are. we're gonna get closer to our true higher self. Okay, Rosaline, does one need the GI broom, or could you use the psyllium pudding to start to clear the GI tract? Boy, good question. I think that you need the GI broom or the stomach and bowels formulas from Dr. Morse. It's very important to pull. They have lymphatic herbs in there and herbs that actually are astringent and suck toxins out of those bowel walls. You want to get into the bowel wall, okay? and you want to get that mucoid plaque loosened. And the GI broom is very, very powerful. Combined with the psyllium pudding, I think it's super, super powerful, you guys. But if I was to pick one, I would pick the GI broom. Okay. So Sasha, thank you. Oh, Mark, you guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you. God bless you all from Sasha. Sending blessings to everybody. Thank you, Sasha. Yes, but I have my account back. Oh, I don't know what that was from. Okay. Crystal Hippie, would Master Fast bubbly help with kidney pain? Master Fast bubbly. Is that the champagne? That might be the champagne that I'm not sure. Oh, maybe you mean champagne. I think it does. It has the apple cider vinegar and it has the baking soda in there. Baking soda and water helps with the kidney pain. I know that. Not sure about that. Ask the Master Fast board. Guys, any kind of Master Fast questions, Gino wants them directed towards the Master Fast board and his admins that they're all trained with the same exact information, and we want to keep that information really pure. So I'm going to direct that, Crystal Hippie, to the Master Fast board, okay? But yeah, the kidney pain, like I said, there were so many things like the corn silk tea, marshmallow tea, aloe, and things like that can really help. Okay, be here. Which kidney have you used during Master Fast? Which kidney have you used? Can we use kidney filtration boost from Giovanna Detox? Yes, yes, you can. Those are kidney herbs in there. This is a question I can answer because Gino likes to use a cooked tea, like the Giovanna Detox tea with the kidney herbs in it, and he likes to combine that with the tinctures. Okay, and the kidney filtration boost is a whole lot of kidney herbs. That's all it is. It's kidney herbs. It's herbs in there that are diuretics, that get water moving through the kidneys, and also there's a lot of herbs in there that dissolve sediments and stones and all that in the kidneys. Okay, and move lymph through there to reduce inflammation. So yes, the kidney filtration boost combined with the Giovanna tea is a good combination, very strong combination to get lymph moving, improve the glands, and to help the kidneys open up. Okay, silly bones. Oops, I just skipped ahead. Where did silly bones go? Okay, silly bones. How come some people are getting mucoid plaque out with citrus like oranges? Yeah, good for them. If they can do that with that, it just took me 8 days. That's the first time I ever saw mucoid plaque, and I've done a lot of orange juice and things like that. Yeah, some people just kick it out quicker. I don't know. Some people took 65 days on Master Fast to get the mucoid plaque. So everyone's different. Some people maybe their bowels, just the way it's set up in there, is not as sticky or whatever. I know I had a horrible diet, you guys. I mean, it was just terrible. TV dinners. I used to eat TV dinners. Beefaroni, like I mentioned. I mean, just absolute garbage. I can't believe it. I can't believe the stuff that I put in my body and I'm still alive. Just absolutely horrible. I can remember a time just before I got married. I was going in a bachelor phase, and I mean, I live with a couple guys, and there was nothing in our refrigerator except beer. That was it, and maybe some mustard and relish and ketchup, from when we brought hot dogs back or something. But we ate out every meal, or picked up something at the liquor store. Just horrible. That's probably why it took me a while to get it going. Okay. All right. All right. So Sasha just wrote his email again. Be sure to put the dot between Sasha and GOROKHOFF, you guys. Rosaline, I have to admit, grape juice with lemon throughout the day. Sipping provides a great energy all day. Just waiting for tinctures, 29 more days. So Rosaline is making her own tinctures. She got the boost, the GI, the Giovanna kit, and it takes 30 days to make your tinctures. You can go less, you guys. I mean, some people say they make them in 14. They start on the new moon. when there's no moon in the sky, and they make their tinctures for 14 days until the full moon. That's a way to make them too. It's funny, shaking 5 jars is moving lymph. Yeah, you have to shake the jars every day. That's a great way to look at it, Rosalie. It's a lymphatic exercise. You're moving lymph by shaking the jars. There you go. There's your lymph. That's a forced lymph exercise. And the people that have the Heavens 11 are shaking 11 jars every day. That's very funny. So Sasha, thanks Carolyn for the compliment. All right. Sasha is living in a state of gratitude, you guys. Absolutely. He's overcome so much. Jamie Whiteside, I ordered the herbs for tinctures, very nervous, scared, and excited, hoping to reach a spiritual awakening and healing of my pituitary tumor. Oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you for making these herbs affordable. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wow. Let's all send blessings to Jamie. Jamie, you have our blessings. Yeah, just you're going to have a spiritual awakening for sure. As you clean that pituitary, you're going to clean that pineal like we talked about. And yeah, guys, just ask for it. Ask and you'll receive. I'm telling you, there's so many spirits waiting to assist you. That's been my experience. They're like the Maytag repairmen. They're all sitting just outside there, going, "Hey, how come they never call? We're ready to help. They just never call." So yeah, we're sending you our blessings. I'm sure everybody is, and yeah. So yeah, you're gonna do some deep cleaning. So good. Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully, you're gonna join us on our on the spring equinox. So many blessings of healing to you, Jamie. Keep the faith, and keep keep the, like I said, guys. Healing is a flow. Okay, it's when you receive some healing, send it back out. Really, it's an energetic flow. Help the person that you feel is needs your help. And they're all around us, you guys. Suffering is everywhere. It's right outside our door. It's right inside our houses. It's everywhere. We can all assist somebody, whether it's a smile, whether it's some inspiration like Sasha gives, whether you can teach someone how to make a tincture, whether you can tell them about how the lymph system works, how help them get their kidneys filtered. We can all help each other, okay? So Brooke, love and God's blessings to you and your family. Thank you so much. Wow. This is overwhelming, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for this love and support. This is truly a family we have here, you guys. It really is. And it's so grateful to have everyone here and everybody on the same page, and everybody believing and turning their attention back to nature, and rediscovering the awesome power of the natural world. This is here for us, you guys. I mean, it makes sense. And a lot, guys, get this. A lot of the plants that are really healing, like plantain, it grows in every yard. A lot of these really powerful herbs are actually called weeds. They're dandelion grows everywhere. Very powerful kidney herb, adrenal herb, lymphatic herb. I mean, it is an all-around powerful herb. And it grows everywhere like a weed. People kill it. They get Roundup and kill it. They don't want it around. And a lot of this stuff is in our garden. It's truly amazing. The infinite. We're just discovering. I think there's something like 3 million plant species on this earth, and we only know how to use a couple thousand of them. We're just scratching the surface. We know nothing about this. We're just getting going, you guys. Just getting going. So yeah, we're pioneers, really, in the natural healing. When Dr. Morse started 47 years ago, he was a real super pioneer, and Dr. Jensen and Arnold Ehret and all that, just real pioneer. I mean, if you think you're an outsider now, think about these guys. Okay, so be here. If I just take grape juice all day, I feel like my intestine shrunk, and I get pain when I do deep abdominal breathing. Pain goes away if I eat fruits. Will it be an issue if I do the Master Fast? Good question for the Master Fast board. I would say that you're detoxing too rapidly. Okay, so you need to balance it out. Just because you drink this grape juice and you get these healing reactions, it doesn't mean that that's your permanent state. It means that you need to work up to that level, and the body quickly adapts. You'd be surprised. So I would back off. I would eat the foods, go down a couple notches. I'll go through the ladder again. Lowest of the ladder is just, and we're talking about of course vegetables and fruits, not all the other stuff that people eat like meat, dairy, and grains. But the bottom would be the cooked veggies, and then you work up to the salads, then to the green drinks, then to the whole fruits, then to the smoothies, and then to the juices. And then the top of the mountain is the grape juice and the citruses, okay? And then the mono grape and the mono lemons and all that. So there's your ladder. Go down a couple rungs on that ladder and then come back at it. Go down to that ladder to where you feel good, that you're not in pain, and then try to move back up inch by inch, okay? That'd be my advice, okay? And you'll find the level, that bar keeps being raised, you guys, too. Follow the bar up as well, okay? Okay. Brooke. Oh, hold on. I just skipped ahead, Brooke. Hold on one second. Okay, Brooke. The Master Fast, changed the name Mark to that drink. Oh, okay. All right. So they changed the champagne drink name. Okay. All right. Good. Yeah, I got to go over to the board again. I kind of got out of the loop, you guys, with my dad and all that. I gotta get back onto the boards and see a lot of changes going on. Yeah, if you get out of the loop for a week or so, this is moving real quick, you guys. So awesome. Okay, so Carolyn's sending blessings to Jamie. Rosalina's sending blessings to Jamie. Sasha's sending blessings to Jamie. We're all sending blessings to Jamie. All people watching, all the thousands of people that are going to watch this. Please, when you hear this, send a blessing to Jamie, okay? All right, good. That's how it works, you guys. And we'll do some group prayers during our fasting time as well. So great. All right. So Sasha, many blessings to all of you and your loved ones. All right, great. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh wow. Okay. So now we have Karthik. Be here. Hi, Mark. And Karthik. I love you so much as Dr. Morse. Oh, thank you. Oh man. Can you really feel the presence of God in you? Absolutely. No question. No question. Sometimes when I'm doing really deep healing work, a lot of the healing I do, you guys, is I just send it to you, and I get into a meditative state, and I visualize. And in fact, I'm going to start asking people that come to me for their consults and their healings and all that to send me a picture. It's going to help me really, because I do send a lot of healing out to you, and I do feel the presence of God when I go into those types of healings for you. I feel healed just listening to your words. You are so lovely. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was kind of afraid to talk about those kinds of things, but I'm getting more at ease about it. I think you guys understand. But thank you very much about that, for that. LOL, I thought the same and sent a picture to Gino, but it was the wrong species of dandelion. Dandelion. Okay. Okay. Yeah, be careful if you go and pick your raw herbs, you guys. Know what you're picking for sure. Not to fear nature, but and also be careful. I got to tell you the story. It just reminded me of something. I was looking out my window, and it's kind of a little divided road, and there's planters out there, and there were some dandelions there growing in some plantains. I go, oh, I'm gonna go get those, right? And then before I could get there, one morning I'm looking out the window, and there's literally a guy in a white suit with a helmet on, spraying poison on all the, bug killer on all the plants. And I'm glad I didn't pick that. So be careful if you're gonna pick herbs, identify them and know where you're picking them from, please. Okay. All right. So, Jamie, thanks all. Yes, I'm from Tennessee. All right. Uh, laughing out loud. I also just had my first attunement for Reiki, and I'm hoping to send out healing as well. Awesome. Yeah, all the Reiki people, please. Absolutely. You are so right, Mark. Send and receive. Bless you all. Absolutely. Yeah, I've never gotten Reiki certified. I should probably do that. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's such a blessing that, to be able to. I just send it out the way that I intuitively do it. Everywhere, and it's non-locational, which is really wonderful. And so with Reiki. Sasha sending love again. All right, yeah, love heals all, man. Guys, at the highest level, forget about all this. Forget it. It's all just love, just sending love, loving yourself, loving others, loving God, loving nature. Um, you know, being thankful for the blessings of the fruits. The fruits they're so blessed, you guys. It has everything we need in the right balance. And basically, it's talk about a sustainable food. I mean, you don't kill anything. I mean, even pulling a carrot out of the ground, you're killing the carrot. Um, chopping that piece of lettuce off, you're killing the whole plant. I mean, fruit is just a tree that offers us its goodness. And yeah, so just being grateful, gratitude for that. Silly Bones, yes, you have pure soul. Wow. You're sure your aura radiates so brightly. Thank you for what you do, Mark. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you, Silly Bones. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Guys. You have really blessed me and all of us with all these wonderful comments. This has been such a beautiful night here. Thank you for all the blessings from my dad. My dad is really in a good place, and man, it's just it was just an awesome experience to be there with him. And his caregiver told me that he spent the whole day looking up into the ceiling. And my dad was not. He was not a when you really talk to him, he was a spiritual man, but he really avoided talking about it. He had a bad experience when he was a kid. He was forced into Sunday school, and there might have been some abuse there. I don't really know, but it really turned him off and on religion, which is not to be confused with spirituality. But I do understand that he looked up into the sky up into the ceiling all day long. I believe he was receiving the Holy Spirit and the Holy Light, and that when I looked into his eyes, um, when I was talking him through it, telling him to release, release into let the angels take him. He had such light in his eyes, such a glow. It was absolutely amazing, and there was a smell too. It was a really interesting smell. It was an herbal smell. I can't put my finger on it, but it was a really interesting smell. And I actually slept in his bed that night, and I couldn't sleep. There was so much energy going through that room, but the smell lingered all night long. It was really just a really special time. But yeah, so anyway, so that's it. We've gotten through the questions. Unless you guys have any other questions, we're coming up on 2 hours here. It went so quick. Thank you, Sasha, so much for sharing everything with us and your inspiration. And yeah, I'm going to get your book and read the book, and hopefully we can have you on again and help us through. Guys, anybody, any of the healers, the Reiki healers, and all that, get a hold of me, and we'll schedule some chats. I'm going to do some of these live chats too on Skype, and we're going to do these daily to, just some kind of daily inspiration during this fasting time. Okay, and even if you're just doing high fruit and need some inspiration to stay high fruit or high raw, or you just need to have some inspiration to stay off the dairy and the the meat, or whatever level you're at, guys. No judgment here. If you just want to, if you just or even don't even want to do this and just want to feel just want to feel part of a community, and feel the healing that's going to come in through the fasting. There's going to be a lot of healing showing up, you guys. So if you just want to be immersed in that too, join us, okay? And it's I have of course I have a Facebook group. It's the name is I had to change the name because it was Masterfast, but it's just Group Fast Spring Equinox 2017. Group Fast Spring Equinox 2017. Okay, so wow, lots of blessings coming in. Sasha, thank you, Mark. Have a restful night, everyone, or a happy day, depending on which time zone you're in. Yeah, exactly. Like Rihanna, she's in England. Rosaline, thank you, Mark. God bless you, Rosaline. God bless you, Sasha. Susie Snowflake. All right, Susie was here. Love to all. Love to you, Susie. Uh, Darian, thumbs up and a nice smile. Thumbs up to you, Darian. Sasha, I would love to come back on. Mark, awesome, Sasha. We could use your inspiration and your joy and your giving. Love it. Jamie, thank you. God bless. Love to you, Mark. God bless you, Jamie. Lots of blessings to Jamie. Darcy, love you, Darcy. And Brooke, thank you, Mark, and everyone. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you, everyone, for showing up tonight. Carolyn, peace from the Gold Coast, Australia. So international group tonight. Fantastic. Thank you, guys and gals. Love you all, and thank you for the blessings. My dad is smiling upon you all right now. I know it. Okay. So we'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Bye bye.